Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. Who are we going to take on today? No, it's a very tough decision, but I finally made up my mind to have Fireman. Yes. In what is probably the hardest of the four beginning stages, but also one of the most rewarding ones and consistently fun in my opinion. Oh, last time we got the Ice Slasher and fuck you Susies. I do like the Ice Slasher a lot in this game, because it makes a great emergency button and also allows you to fuck with a lot of enemies. For this situation, however, we're going to demonstrate again how very inconsistent the damage from the Thunder Beam is, or rather how inconsistent the hitbox and how consistent with it the damage is. Can't even kill Chankies, terrible. That's still very good for some situations. Here the stage already shows its teeth with having Bladers and Joes over very narrow jumps, but fortunately we have Ice and Rolling Cutter. Whoever said that you could not one-hit Joes with it must have been a moron. So yeah, for some reason I always fuck up pressing the shooting button. I don't know why, but fortunately Rolling Cutter literally saves my ass. This jump here is an absolute asshole, because the block makes it so that you can easily bonk your head on the ceiling when you have to, and sometimes it might even be easy to just get hit by the Chanky, because the lava is an instant kill. So, unless if you are invincible still. Speaking of assholes, the Chanky makers make an appearance from Mega Man 2, and man are they good at predicting where I'm going to be. I have no idea how their AI works, but it is really hard to dodge them. They seem to be psychic or something. Don't know, maybe it's just long shot, middle shot, small shot, and they have psychologically analyzed players to be to always take that route on dodging, and I don't know, it's just very hard to avoid them and they take a lot of punishment, so I have to resort to broken special weapons, which is part of the reason for why I saved this stage for last. Again, Joes, I really do not like Joes in this game and in most other games too, but we have the Rolling Cutter to make a mockery out of them, and the Ice Slasher, and again, Thunder Beam, not as good as it was. A very good demonstration of how the hitbox works here. Did not hit it? Did hit it. Though it did kill something off screen. Not? Yes. It's very consistent with how the beam works, and actually this is a good thing in my opinion. It makes it more balanced and you have to think more when using it, and I do like having to think in a game. The whole game itself is, as I've said multiple times, more or less a puzzle all in all of itself, which makes weapons like the Ice Slasher better, and figuring out situations like here, where the T-shape is perfect, much more rewarding. Having to take your time more is not that much of a concern for me in that case, as I've already said before too. And having an emergency button is also really good. Sometimes. You have to have both, I think. Reflexes and taking your time and figuring out stuff. This section again, the Bladers can be real assholes, but fortunately they are spaced very nicely, except for the last one. And I'm not going to take the weapon entry because it would most certainly kill me. And with the Buster it would be a pretty tough stage, but as I have all the special weapons, it is easy to kind of break the challenge here, which I don't mind. You have to do this little dance because the flames are too quick, and I like it, it's very fun to pull off. Again, maybe they always shoot a long one first, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm 100% sure that they do not always shoot a long one first. I'm sorry, I'm dumb, it happens. Yeah, they also have a lot of health, ensuring that you have to dodge, even if you can button mash like an absolute pro, which I can't. And even if you do have a Rolling Cutter at your disposal, I still manage to fuck up the dodging. Yeah. This entire last corridor is a real bitch to pull off if you only do it with the Buster. I've done it before, but it takes its toll on you definitely. This stage is very hard just to deal with not getting hit. Fireman is the best boss in this game probably, because he has a very simple AI, but they make a lot out of it. He always tries to run away from you so that he has a certain distance from you, and when he has reached that distance he will fire the fire shield. This makes it very fair, but also pretty tough to avoid, as I've just demonstrated, because he pulls it out pretty quickly, but as soon as you realize that he always shoots it from a distance, you can easily dodge it. If you were to pull it out whenever he wanted, then he would hit you all the time. This way you can manipulate him into running away from you by always jumping a little bit forward and then run away once he reaches the wall. You can also do this and just jump in place so that he always fires it at a constant rhythm, but I find it kind of hard to deal with that pattern because I tend to not be able to do the exact same timing all the time. But all in all, just for all the ways that you can play with him in a more peaceful manner than, for example, Elecman, which would murder you if it didn't, I really like the boss fight, definitely. Also the level, even if the enemies can be pretty tough to deal with because they have a lot of health unless you use your special weapons, of course. So, 4 Robot Masters done and we're in the Wily stages already. Okay, short game, maybe. We'll see about that next time. Thank you very much for your attention.